Catus, Maximus here. Just a quick, simple review. This is the Empire American-made two-piece line level set. This is what they call their good. Empire kind of does these different grades of tools, and they were pretty cheap. I got these they were like $5 or something like that. Anyway, these are, as they say, super simple levels that are just generally speaking, are used for wire and lines. And you just take one of these and you would hook it on. The Empire does it crossways, where you have to kind of twist it on. The idea of that is in case the line shakes, although I shook it a little bit too much. But the general idea is if the line shakes or moves around, then it tends to stay on a little better. And the whole point is you can just raise something, or in this case, I need to lower it until we get just nice and level. Now, contractors might use this, or construction workers, when they're setting up form work, you'd set out your lines and then do your strings, and then you generally just make sure that those strings are level. So as you're setting up your form, it's really easy to see if they're way out of whack or too high or too low, and then you would use a normal level on them. But that's kind of the purpose of these, is when you're just doing marking lines, that you can generally make sure that they are pretty level. Now, they include a second one because there may be instances where you may not want the line to be absolutely level. You may want it to be at a particular angle. And so that's what this is a line pitch level. So when you have it rotated to where the edge of the bubble is just right on zero, that's actually level. And then if we go to where the edge of the bubble is on 1/8, that means that over a 12-inch or 1 foot length of the line, it means that it is going upwards by a single eighth of an inch. So that'd be 1/8 inch over 12 inches. So that's letting you know that this end of the line would be exactly 1/8 of an inch higher than the other. And you would just use it just the very same fashion. So if I wanted to have just this side be a little bit high, and it's hard to do this by hand, but I would hold it just something like that, and I know that it isn't perfectly level, and it's actually at 1/8 over 12. That's all these things are for. These are just simple plastic ones. They're not too bad. Have a little pocket clip. I kind of like them. I wish Empire would just use a little bit brighter color green in their bubbles, just because they'd be easier to see. I have this no-name one, and this is what a higher quality one. This one's an extruded billet aluminum, and actually has a V-groove on the back, and it has a really bright green bubble. And the advantage of being aluminum is the interior of this is all reflective. So all the light that's going in, or not all, but much more than a dark blue piece of plastic. So you can actually see the bubble a little bit better. And I wish the Empire would take note of that to make their bubbles just a little bit easier to see. And these things indeed have been around for a long time. So this is an old Stanley American-made one with a clear bubble on it. Actually surprisingly heavy. I believe this is a genuine glass bubble in there. But this is what just an older style one would look like. So anyway, that was just a simple little review of these. It's kind of neat to still see these still being sold on the shelves, although almost everywhere I see, it's usually ones like this, usually just little plastic ones. I haven't really seen anywhere where there are nice metal ones. I've seen ones online, but it seems in the stores they don't really want to pick up these, although they're such a cheap product anyway. You know, the difference between a $5 pair and an $8 or $10 pair isn't a big deal. So I don't know why they make you order real high quality ones. But as far as just going into the store and picking up a pair, these are going to be a lot better than the Harbor Freight ones. Although I should probably pick those up sometime to take a look. But I think these are pretty cool and pretty nice, especially when they're still just a simple product that's American made. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, and everybody who has been commenting and supporting the Catus Maximus channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Until next time, Catus Maximus out.